One of the best things in life right now is that I can wake up every day, eat my meals, read the news, watch TV, go back to bed, and start it all over again. I'm retired. I'm Kemi. I'm Olunloyo. I am retired from journalism in any form, shape, or size in Nigeria. I will never practice that profession in Nigeria again. I was locked up 3 times by the government, okay, on a very big technicality and a mistake that the police botched. I went through post traumatic stress disorder and I'm in 70% recovery. I really left social media on December 13th, 2019, and I went on Cool FM and I spoke to Daddy Freeze on an interview that was not even planned. I just popped into the station. That's how important I am. I pop into anybody's TV station or radio station, and next thing you know, I'm on the air. I'm a veteran journalist, 25 years. I'm a veteran pharmacist, trained in the United States, 30 years. And I'm also a public relations specialist, 1996. All my degrees were first-class degrees in the U.S. My father convinced me to come home and to change Nigeria. This is the line they give you. Come home, change Nigeria. I came home in 2006. They almost killed me. During the elections when they attacked my station, I left in 2007. The next year, with my children, on my way back to the United States, I stopped by in Canada. And next thing you know, I was tempted to get off the plane and file asylum. I did just that. Now, while I was in Canada, I was involved in gun violence. Just saw young people getting killed and shot and all that stuff, but I got involved. I became an informant intelligence for Toronto police. I did a really great job, but what I didn't know was that when you're antagonizing laws like gun laws, you border around annoying politicians in the ruling party or the opposition. The conservatives didn't like me. Prime Minister Harper and company. According to a journalist who worked in Sussex Avenue, well, Sussex Avenue is like the Aso Rock or the White House or the 10 Downing Street of Canada. The Prime Minister lives in Sussex Avenue. Some of those journalists attached to that said they were always asking who I was, did I get my permanent resident, all that stuff. Well, when they knew I was going to get my permanent resident, they decided not even give it to me and just deport me. The excuse the Canadians gave for my deportation was basically that your country is no longer dangerous for journalists, because of course I filed asylum. 3 appeals. The third one, there were 2 people involved in that third one. That's Mike Sullivan, a member of parliament in the NDP party, and of course Justin Trudeau, Labour Party. I went to so many lawmakers, and you saw all the newspaper articles in 2012. Don't deport Kemi, we keep the criminals, we send away the good ones. At the end of the day, during that third appeal, when Trudeau and everybody, all the lawmakers were in, I was going to end up staying in Canada anyway, but my dad called me. Even my mom, just come home. You have a country. I'll get you a job with the governor at Jimarbi Baba. I just gave up my appeals. I packed up my load. A very expensive Jewish lawyer, free too. I gave up everything. I told the lawmakers I'll just go home. At the end of the day, I went back to Nigeria. When I arrived at Murtala Mohammed Airport, it was like, Madam, what did you do? That's the immigration officer processing the deportation papers. There's a room at Murtala Mohammed Airport for people deported. That room contains a lot of women and men who have been sent home for crimes, drug trafficking, some really horrible crimes. Some people were in that room that did crimes in the U.S. and other countries, and they did time. Maybe they're just coming out of their 10-year or 8-year prison sentence for drugs or whatever. And then what happens is when they're released, they deport them back to their country. So I'm in a room with all this kind of people, and basically it's like the man said, next, Mr. Olunloyo, Madam, what did you do? He's looking at my papers like he doesn't see why they deported me. He said her country is no longer dangerous for journalists. Is that not why I fled? When they entered our station, attacked everybody, left some people in injuries and coma. So it's no longer dangerous. The week before that, this day was bombed in Abuja by Boko Haram. Okay, so it's no longer dangerous. We knew it was political. So I went home. I got home. So where's my job, Dad? Where's my job? My dad said he never said so. You see the spiritual aspects of when I tell you I don't have a family anymore. My family betrayed me. I did a story about this. It's everywhere on this YouTube. You can see the videos. I spoke about my mom, how my sister wrote a letter to Premium Time saying that my father called me and saying that I've been to mental hospital. And my dad kept saying he never wrote a letter until we found the letter and we showed my dad. And my dad said somebody stole his letterhead, which he always signs. And it was my sister. So one letter like that changed Nigeria's perception of Kemi Olunloyo. Her family denies her. They call her mad. They call her this. Funke is a very jealous person. She was a special advisor to Ajimabi. She's very jealous. They know my story and that family is very big. Okay. Kemi Olunloyo is the only name I've ever had. Okay. And I have investigated my own past. Okay. I might not even be an Olunloyo for all I care. At the end of the day, that'll be another session, another video. Before I go into YouTube Premium, because you have to start paying to watch my videos on February 1st, I've been approved for that. YouTube Premium is $10. You know, that's why the YouTubers are millionaires in America. You pay to watch these special videos. But I've done a lot for young people. I left social media because I don't like the followership. I don't like young people in Nigeria. I don't like them following me. Not anymore. A lot of young people in Nigeria are disrespectful. They disrespect me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Some don't even know me. They just disrespect me because everybody disrespects me. You guys remember the Airtel girl, the very stupid thing. I went to Airtel to get a SIM card for my son, and while they were processing it, they were talking about the news. So I was asking the girls, you know, where do you guys get your news? They all said where they got the news. One girl was like all hyped up. I usually go to Linda KG, Tunde, Eidnot, or Instablog Night Jam. I said, what about Kemi Olunloyo, HNN Africa, or any of Kemi Olunloyo's support? Do you go to her? She said, nah, I don't go to her news because people don't like her. So I said, well, I'm Kemi Olunloyo. Nice to meet you. Oh, my God. But you said people don't like her, so you don't read my news, you know. Oh, I showed her she was stupid. I had it all recorded. You see, that's how people have perceived me. So I don't really like young people in Nigeria. I refuse to continue with them. They're toxic. They don't want to learn. Most young people in Nigeria are very, very lazy. Aside from all that presidency, lazy Nigerian youth stuff, any Nigerian youth on social media, I always say this, and I'm saying it officially now. If you're out there and you're an employee in the private sector, don't even bother hiring people who sit on social media, okay? You cannot hire a Nigerian youth out of social media. They don't have an identity. They sit on troll pages, fake names, nicknames, all that. If you're an employee in Nigeria and you want to hire a young person, make sure the name on their application is the same name on their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like Kemi Olunloyo Twitter, Kemi Olunloyo Instagram, Kemi Olunloyo Facebook. If it's not like that, if it's another name, nickname, don't hire them. First thing, ask them of the social media platforms. It's very important. Okay, embassies are going to start asking you now before they give you a visa because of terrorism and other stuff. So at the end of the day, a lot of them want fast money. You know, 3 out of 4 young people in Nigeria enter my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter inbox asking me for school fees, asking me that they've been accepted somewhere or they don't have school fees. You know, I can understand people asking you for money for food and all that. You know, when I had a medical condition, I had to raise money. I put out a fundraiser and I crowdfunded, you know, something. Many of these people can crowdfund what they need, but no, they're ashamed because they'll be called beggars. So they come in my inbox and quietly ask me, can you just help me? I had a girl once ask me for a 60,000 Naira phone and that her phone is not working anymore and it's 65,000. She dropped it and she wants me to replace it for her. See, this is what they do in the inboxes of celebrities. Okay, the regular celebrities, actors and musicians, and they try it with me. I'm like, where do these children think I have all this money? So 3 out of 4 ask me for school fees. And what I wonder is that, why are you asking me for school fees? I have a son that I have to support too. I have 3 children. And my children are, even though 1 or 2 are still in university level, I'm a single mom, I have to pay. You don't even think about my own child. You want me to pay for you. Where is your parent? That's the first thing I ask them. Where is your parent? Okay, who's your mom? Who's your dad? Why am I paying for your school fees? And they say, oh, my mom's dead. They'll come up with some kind of death. Okay, then I'll send them to the third person they should be asking. Their lawmaker, the one they voted for. Okay, if you voted for a senator or a member of reps, they can pay your school fees. That's what they're for. Hello, member of reps, please, I need help with my school fees. Get your bill ready, send it to them. They'll pay the school directly, not you. because there's a lot of fraudsters as well. So I don't do school fees. Your parents are responsible for that mess, okay? Don't ask me that. The second thing why I don't like young people in Nigeria is they like fraud a lot. If they hear that something is, the fraud starts at an early level, all the way to the Yahoo crimes, the one that they call Yahoo, which is like advanced fee for a BEC. They compromise businesses, hack into emails, and steal. Okay, at the end of the day, it becomes like a trend. 6 or 7 of them live in the same house. Tons and tons of. I just saw one man yesterday who said his nephew is on, is with the EFCC, arrested with 7 of his roommates. And then the 7 have gone because they paid $300,000 each to the EFCC. Is that a fine or a bribe? They paid. He's the only one left there. He doesn't have the money. Meanwhile, they have paid the lawyer $500,000. And the lawyer can't help them any further. He's gone with their money. They're on the second lawyer. Now, how is that even justice? How do you want to try one person out of 7? Because the 7 is gone, they've paid you. Nigeria is a very corrupt and fraudulent country. Okay, I visit Nigeria now. I'll never, ever work here again. I'm 55. My pension comes in at 65 at approximately 40,000. I worked in 3 professions, 3 professional professions at the same time. Pharmacy. Okay, at 22 years old, I was getting $50 an hour. Imagine, by the time I finished pharmacy, about maybe 40 or something, I was making some real big money. I had cars, houses, everything in America. Anything you say Linda Ikeji has now, I've already lived that. That's just living my past, if she even has a present. At the end of the day, okay, what I want is my $40,000 a month pension, which comes in at 65. I do have a disability too. I'm still in PTSD recovery, and of course my back injury. I got SSI in that in 2005. I was very, very ill. I had an accident at work in the pharmacy. But Obama's health care plan, which has been repealed pretty much by Trump, could have helped me in some ways. I'm going to explore what I have anyway. Early pension, instead of waiting until 65, maybe by the time maybe 58 or 6, I just want to rest. I've tried a lot. I've been locked up 3 times because I'm a journalist. I've been persecuted. I look over my shoulder all the time. Another security agency is calling me, looking at me, doing this, doing that. Though the security agencies, they act as if they're, I'm their friend, I'm nice, because they know I have all the information they need. But I refuse to help anybody. Okay, I used to teach blogging for free. So nobody does these things. I taught Twitter monetization in this country free, and I was featured in the Punch for it in 2014. I've taught blogging for free 1 year. I charge 50,000 naira, per person for blogging. If it's one-on-one, 150,000. But I'm no longer teaching it, period. Okay, I don't care if you pay me 1 million. I'm not teaching anybody blogging. I don't have the time, the energy. I don't need I can't teach a young person anything in Nigeria. Young people in Nigeria need help. They need to go to their president. They need to go to their lawmakers. They need to go to people. I have been here. This country blackballed me. The government blackballs me. The media blackballed me. Look at the media. Look at the media. I was arrested. Okay, the NUJ, the National Union of Journalists or whatever, Nigerian Union of Journalists, said nothing when I was arrested because she's controversial. So I'm not part of you, right? Okay, fine. It'll happen again lots more times. 3 years later, President Buhari has 16 journalists and activist types all arrested, released, arrested. There's a lot of journalists in custody now. And I get people asking me why I don't talk about it. Why should I? I'm doing exactly what they did. Nothing. So I just sit down. I'm not an activist anymore. It's too tough being an activist in Nigeria. It's not the fact. It's not about fear. It's about fraud. Look at Charlie Boy. Amumu Dundu. I got into the movement, helped him launch it on TVC. He was collecting money, millions from the presidency. The people who were fighting, the same people who were fighting. Dijadeju outed him. There was an audio recorded. The whole mess. I just put my resignation that I'm no longer part of this movement. Activism is not about money. You do it out of your love. So, what am I doing now? I'm resting. Where am I? On known locations. You'll see me a lot from different hotels and different locations. Let me just say I've retired. That's what I said. I don't want anybody's problem, okay? I'm only going to be on YouTube. I've had my channel since 2011, and I'll put up 1 or 2 documentaries. You have to pay to start watching my video. My story of prison, straight out of PH Max, should be out soon. It'll be on premium. You'll send me your email, your $10, and that's it. Your email and your $10, and then I'll put your email into the video and you can watch it. And that's how it's gonna, Kemi Flicks, right? Pay-per-view, Kemi Flicks channel. So at the end of the day, what else is new? Yeah, so I don't like young people anymore in Nigeria. I can't fend for them. I can't, like I said, the school fees crowd, I always wonder why they're asking me for school fees. Some of them say their parents are dead. They come up with this debt. And I say, if you're lying that your parents are dead, I hope they die soon. But the ones that say, my parents are poor, we don't have this. What is your parent doing? Is your father a vulcanizer, your mother selling akara momo next to the street at night and in the morning? All right, so why are you not selling that very same akara momo? Why are you not selling rice that your mother's selling? Maybe you can raise money for your school fees. No, they don't want to do those things. They want to go to a celebrity. Ask a celebrity to fund their lifestyle, their education, and everything. So I used to teach Nigerian youth many things, just current affairs, things they're supposed to know. Many of them will learn. The percentage of those who learn is 20%. 80%, they don't want to do anything unless you put. Can you imagine? Before I left Twitter 4 days ago, I actually said, tell me what killed these people. I wanted to know what killed people. Ordinarily, they would have abused me, respect the dead, everything. Because of 50,000 naira, everybody was writing their own reasons. I wanted to know what killed Kim Porter. Okay, my friend Kim Porter, Didi's baby mama and girlfriend for years, and mother of 3 of his children. I wanted to know what killed Kobe Bryant, okay, who died in a helicopter crash. And I also wanted to know what killed Veronica Adeleke. You see that? The same people who abused me about Davido, they were answering. All of them were writing cocaine overdose, drug overdose, cocaine. Normally, when I said that, or when I tweeted that in my documentary, it was just they rained curses on me. They were saying it with their own mouth. And that was the trick. I wanted them to say it with their own mouth. And I told them, there's no 50,000 for any of you. You're all stupid. You'll do anything for a giveaway. This is what Nigeria has become with our young people. Anything for a giveaway. They'll do it. Drop your account numbers. I got 2,000 account numbers. Imagine, when I was giving out 5,000 of my Google money, YouTube money, from when I was in prison. I just released that, but I said, let me give everybody $100 each. I used to give $100 each since 2009, that yearly thing I do in January. Some didn't know about it. They didn't even share it. But let me see, 2,000 account number, 2.1 comments, and maybe 200 shares instead of more than that, because they're greedy. I chose the people. There's something on Facebook called Top Fan. The ones that came up on Top Fan, the people that are active on my page. Some people came to my page. Who Kemi Olunloyo is giving out money? No, I'm not giving out money for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. So, yeah. So I wanted to try January out to see whether something can change this year for young people. It'll never change in Nigeria. It's all about fraud, laziness. They don't want to go to school. They want to steal. They want to kidnap. They want to do a lot of young people in the prisons. I don't know how Buhari is going to handle this. There's a lot of them in prison. The ones that are working, they want to take the work from them. Like this Saturday now, we're in Lagos right now. Ikeja is going to be like no trikes, no bikes, transportation. So we're going to be left with what? BRT buses that don't go everywhere. All those yellow buses that just pass through some people's neighborhoods. How do you walk from inside an estate to the main gate? You got to walk. That's just it. You got to call an Uber, Taxify. It's just crazy. And traffic is bad as it is in Lagos. So, guys, that's the real reason I left social media. I can't even preach to young people. I do evangelism, but it's not online. I don't do my stuff online. Sundays I might put a show up, but I preach on the streets of Lagos. Anywhere I am, I might be in the market, I'll just preach to people to remember the word of God. Don't be ashamed. Give your life to Christ. Hit the next church and give your life to Christ. Without Jesus, you're nothing. If you know what God has done for me, what Jesus has done for me between the 1st and the 30th, I can't even tell you. Some phenomenal things have happened to me. You know what I mean? I told people that I'm going to be doing a lot of work in PR, marketing, and communication. That's true. But I don't work on the regular level, corporate PR, marketing, and communications, and all that stuff. So, and then this is my face thing. All of you are always talking about. I'm bleaching. I'm not bleaching. I don't bleach. What's bleaching? Do you even know what bleaching is? Know how it works. I whiten my face. I've always been doing that. And anytime I'm on a video, this white powder on my face, dusting powder. I just showered. I don't have to comb my hair. I don't have to be a slay queen in front of you. I'm myself. That's what makes Kemi Olunloyo Kemi Olunloyo. I'm very busy in 2020. I got one child who always goes to the Olympics, okay, U.S. team, all right? And I got one who is a musician who I'm trying to get his first album out and promote his current EP and get him into the BET Hip Hop Awards in October and the EMAs. I'm working hard. So I don't have time for you guys anymore. I'm sorry. I tried my best, Love you. Be good. Be well. All right. Every story I've done, assimilated, because every time, Kemi Olunloyo was right, vindicated. So I don't want to invest in Nigerian youth. I really don't, I rather invest in the American youth. All the youth I invested in, all the ones I worked with. That's what Clinton gave me my green card for. Alien of exceptional ability. Senator Ben Cardin, Senator Barbara Mikulski, my Congressman Elijah Cummings, late, rest in peace, and also Kwesi Mfume. All the people that sponsored my green card in the 90s and now. Thank you for all you do. I did a lot of work with young people in America, drug abuse and all kinds of social problems, and there was no social media yet in those days. Now you have people, you go to your own country, you try. Coca-Cola is talking about we're going to make billions in 2020 because of Nigerians. Did you not see the CEO of Coke? Nigerians are drinking a lot of Coke. We're going to do you know why Nigerians are drinking a lot of Coke? They're drinking it in Kano. All right, that's where they're drinking 4 million bottles of codeine every month in Kano. Young people addicted on drugs. You see the son of that politician that was on codeine? Codeine was right there by the driver's thing and crashed his car and killed somebody. That's what's happening. It's an epidemic. And here I am, a pharmacy degree, drug abuse awards from U.S. presidents, governors, and all. And no one has hired me in NAFDAC or Federal Ministry of Health. And Coca-Cola is screaming that they're going to be doing very well in Nigeria because Nigeria is drinking. Nigeria is the highest Coke drinker in Africa. So the amount of Coca-Cola soda drink that they're drinking over there is because of the amount of 4 million bottles of codeine. They mix half codeine, half Coke. That's how they do it over there. Drug abuse. So let them keep investing in your foolishness, okay? I am just doing my own thing now. It's like President Obama. He's a private citizen now, okay? He used to be president, everything public, this. That's what I say I am now. I'm now a private citizen. I'm no longer your journalist, your pharmacist, your PR specialist, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully by December, I would have finished building my house, okay, in the U.S., of course, and then I'll just retire off. So, let's just say, I don't know what's going to happen in Nigeria. I spoke to Yeli Shore via Instagram DM. We talked a few. He saw everything I did for him. I mean, everybody I've advocated for Naira Marley, different people. I've already spoken to all of them. I spoke 90 minutes with Naira Marley. There was one phone call I talked to Siwa Savage, almost an hour and a half, too, over there. I've discussed Nigeria with everybody, but I only just wish everybody good luck, There's too many issues. I can't deal with it anymore. I'm not appreciated in Nigeria. A Canadian woman said they arrested her husband for dreadlocks, tattoos. You carry a computer from Computer Village. They think you're a Yahoo boy. All this stuff. Honest to God, if this government employed me or if people respected me, I would have continued, but I can't anymore. It's too toxic for me. I don't want any. If there was a social media, okay, that I could be without young people following me. Anybody under 30, okay, anybody under 35 should not follow me. I'll be on that social media. LinkedIn, I want to join LinkedIn. in a few days. And please, it's a professional social network. Okay, I'm only on YouTube. I'm not on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram anymore. Link is a professional network. I want to actually go there and build up my whole whatever because of my consultant work now. Um, LinkedIn, I'm going to open maybe tomorrow. And I really don't want young people following me. It's more like a professional network. I'm not there to educate anybody. I'm not there to laugh and play. I just want people in the professional what I'm looking for contracts and work in that area, marketing, communications, and all that. I don't want, I'm sorry. I've invested too much in youth, and I really did good in America, but I could not invest in Nigerian youth. It's just impossible. All right. Thank you so much. I'll miss you guys on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I've been on them too long. So I'm a private citizen now resting. If anything is happening, trust me, I'll know because I read the news every day. You want to know my schedule? I wake up in the morning now. I go to Twitter. My son's Twitter, KJ's Twitter, and I can see everything happening in the world. And I read the news via my son's Twitter handle. He runs his own accounts. Rich KJT Music. Google Rich KJT alone and follow him on YouTube. I have to start doing more work on his YouTube. KJ's Instagram. I also read news from there. KJ's blogging again. I taught him blogging. He said he wants to teach template blogging, so look out for him. He's the one I set up Kemi Talks Media for. Kemi Talks Media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I set it up for my son, so make sure you follow him on those 3 portals. He's using it to earn income. And he said it will teach template blogging next month, which is why he's here. He's going back for SMW, Social Media Week in Lagos. So you better enroll. The other thing is, let me see. So KJ is at Rich KJT Music and at Kemi Talks Media. I'm not involved in anything. I rest now. My legs are deteriorating. I'm in pain constantly from when those armed robbers attacked us. My leg has been very painful and stuff. So I think it's time for me to retire. And that's exactly what I did. So I'll miss you all. Be good, okay? Look, don't feel offensive. Don't feel offended when I say I don't want young people following me. Okay. If there's a social media platform that there's no young people, anybody less than 40 years old, I'll come back. But it's just that I'm tired of all the disrespect and stuff. I'm not here to fend for you. Your parents are there for you. Love you. Have a good one. Once again, Happy New Year. Today is the 31st, early hours of the 31st of January. Have a good year. Dr. Kemi Olunloyo.